Hello and welcome to another behind the scenes video where we show what we are currently working on at Routine. Today I want to spend a bit of time to try to demonstrate what we've been up to regarding AI. AI is going to play a big part in Routine's future developments. Bear in mind that it's always privacy first, which means that if you do want to use AI, then you can. If you don't want to use AI, then nothing is sent to AI models and to the cloud, etc. That's very important to us. So please keep that in mind. So the way AI is going to play a part is first through integrations. That's something you don't see yet, but it should be released next week or maybe the week after. As you see, there are not that many, but the way we approached integrations, as you will soon understand, is in a very kind of generic way, where we synchronize bidirectionally data with other services. So long story short, it is fairly easy for us to add more integrations. And so we will be adding regularly more services. Those are the ones that you will have access to first. So for now, I've connected Slack. And again, you will see why. Then we've got this, which is agents. So agents are basically kind of specialized workforce. Basically, AI agents are really specialized for a specific domain of expertise, area, topic, etc. Most likely we'll have a catalog of some kind of personas, but you can very well create your own custom agent. It doesn't really change anything. So what I'm going to do is enable one, which is Maria Executive Assistant, but again, it really doesn't matter. Once you open an agent, you can chat with that agent. So let's try. It's a bit ugly, but you'll imagine that we will polish this. What else is that you've got configuration, which allows you to really define how to interact with Maria. The instructions are the basic kind of role of Maria. So you can see I'm an executive assistant, blah, 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 blah. You can change it if you want. You can also add kind of user preferences. So you could say things like, for my meetings, prefer scheduling in the afternoon. That could actually be useful if you were to ask Maria to schedule meetings. But if you don't want that, maybe that instruction is really not useful. This you can kind of ignore for now. And then you've got, you probably saw automations. So automations are, the reason why we put automations inside agents is because those automations can benefit from the context, which is from all of that configuration, which allows for the automations to be a bit more specialized because they execute in the context of Maria. It would be like Maria executing those steps. So they learn from the past exchanges, the past runs of automations, and obviously the instructions and preferences. And so you could do an automation. I'm going to try to add one. So let's say something like summarize and post, something like this. And then you've got in an automation multiple steps. So I'm going to keep it simple and create a single step, which is that one. And then in one step, you can basically describe what you would like the automation to do. And so we could say something like, okay, first, what I want is read the object's notes and summarize the content. Then send a NINAP notification whose message is the summary. And finally, send a snack. So I've got two, that's not good. I'm a bit afraid that this is going to break because of it. Why do I have two Slack connections? That's strange. Oh yes, looks actually normal. Let's delete one so that we don't have any problem. So back to my automation, my step. I'm going to just remove this just to make sure. So I'm going to say send a message. So yeah, Slack message on the operations channel, which includes the summary. So let's try something like this, basically. So whenever the automation is run, it should perform those steps. Again, it's a very in-progress thing, so we might have problems along the way. But you know what? We're going to try to do something where in the logs, we're going to try to see if something works here. I'm going to do something like use AI tools, debug, use AI model, debug, something like this. And maybe use automations, debug, and I guess that's it. Now that we have this, we can go anywhere. Let's say this page, which is in my Infinite default workspace, and you can say run automation. And here you'll have all the automation from all the agents of the organization. And so in theory, if I run it, it should summarize the content. It should send a notification, which is a bottom pane thing. And it should send something here in operations. Let's try and cross the fingers. So summarizing person, next step, thinking seems to be summarizing. So we don't have any logs, so something is definitely not working. However, we have this summary, so that's notification, the in-app notification. You can see the summary, and if I go here, that didn't work. So we got this, but we didn't get the Slack notification for whatever reason. So we haven't implemented any debug for the automation. But if I were to ask Maya, send a test message in Slack's operations channel, will that work? Yes, it didn't manage to do that. So let's try to send a Slack message to the general channel. Maybe it will be better for whatever reason. Yeah, it seems to be working this time. And so if I go to general, then I've got the message here. So you get the point is that by default, not only the agent, but also automations get access to numerous skills, which is basically operate routine, which is create, manage task, events, pages, contacts, also custom objects, but also through integrations, as you can see here, not only in the automations, but also in the chat. If you don't want to use integrations, don't mention them. Otherwise, you can mention them. So that allows to do that. Noteworthy is that if you were to do something like, I don't know, for team communication, use Slack, then you don't need to say use Slack anymore. You can just send a team message. Let's try. I can't guarantee that it will work, but it should. Team message or test message to the team channel. let's try, will it succeed or not? In theory, it should. Yes, again, you see that it is using Slack automatically. So that's it. So you get the point, is that you can use the configuration to say, I want to use those tools, or my preferences are those, etc. And then you can use the chat to exchange and interact, etc. But you can also leverage that through automations. So still a lot of work to polish, improve the interactions with AI models, but I guess it kind of gives you a good idea of what's possible. What we think is that it will allow you to build numerous workflows, both personal to maybe better manage your calendar by blocking time before and after when you have a meeting with a physical location to travel, or it could be to reschedule all of your meeting to another day. And actually, the AI agent through automations could even send emails and say, okay, Andrew is sick, we need to reschedule. Is there any other time that you would like to reschedule that meeting? Something like this, which is fairly easy for an agent to do. And obviously the same for team organization, where you can really automate a lot of things, such as, I don't know, managing your sprints, or even picking up a task and doing it automatically through the various tools that you have configured. So super excited about what's coming. Feel free to comment and tell us what you think. We need your feedback to improve upon it. So yeah, do it. Thank you.